URC round number 11, folks. Ulster and Cardiff. Both sides get something out of this one. Ulster with the win, 21 points to 14. Cardiff with the losing bonus point is maybe a fair reflection of this game. You saw some absolutely cracking prop tries in this game. A wee bit of a comeback from Cardiff. Both sides will feel like they left something out there. Ulster will be ruining the fact they didn't get the fourth try. And Cardiff, when they had Ulster under the pump, will be ruining the fact they couldn't quite even things up. But I think it's a pretty fair result. We'll go through some of the key events and the stats, and you guys can let us know your thoughts. Ulster had all the pressure early. Cardiff were just hanging on. It took 11, 12 minutes, but they did finally get the score, Ulster. But it could have come long before that, if not for a pretty defiant Cardiff tackling shift. It took, as I said, barging Scott Wilson. Geez, you got two of the most fun props to watch in your starting lineup, Ulster, between Bell and Wilson. Wilson's one was a cracker, but before the Cardiff defence could really set, he was able to kind of barrage over, and you'd had to work for it, like Werner Koch down the right wing. You'd had Dalton and McCann in the build-up, nice hands, and then Carson with a carry up the guts. As I said, before Cardiff could set, Wilson, he's a hard man to stop from close range. So it proved 7 points to 0. And the second try was probably even better individually. Angus Bell, the loose head prop, the Wallaby. Like, it shouldn't be possible for him to have that kind of footwork for a guy his size. If you haven't seen it, it is worth watching just for that try alone. If you love a good prop try, Angus Bell beats a tackler, steps Cam Winner, and then has a second step. I forget who he steps on the second one. It's a double step prop try. He should have been a winger or a fullback or something with those steps. Unbelievable. 14 points to 0. Ulster are looking like they are absolutely going to run away with this game. But that's the final scoring of the first half. And Ulster's final scoring until like 66 minutes. It takes a while. It's a long time between drinks before Ulster's next score. And to credit Cardiff, they did come back into the game well after going down 14 points to 0. Like, they were able to put a bit of pressure on Ulster. Go on their 22. They got themselves a penalty. Tap and go. Held up. So a bit of a missed opportunity, which in a game which is this close will feel like a pretty costly one. But yeah, we kind of just go through until the halftime whistle, in which Ulster still did dominate, the key areas, the possession, the territory. They had 4 line breaks to zip. Cardiff had to make 103 tackles to Ulster's 61. So 14-0 felt like a decent reflection on the scoreline. But as I said, it was nice to see Cardiff at least get some momentum into the game, even if they couldn't score from it. Maybe the highlight of those second 20 minutes of the first half was Holly Davison, who's the lightest person on the pitch for sure, get bumped into by somebody. I forget who it was, but she got bumped into and dropped a wee swear word over the microphone, which she looked a little bit sheepish about. But if I got bumped into by a big unit, I'd probably be swearing as well. But anyway, that was the end of the first half. 14 points to 0. Also looking comfortable enough. But second half, Cardiff still come out really sharp. Kicking game was pushing the Ulster guys back. They were getting some good go forward on their ball carries, which was pleasing. Javan Sebastian almost made it 3 from 3 prop tries, but he was brought down just short of the Ulster line, although they did get their try through Mulder. Next phase, support kind of 9-play, quick snipe before the defence sets again. So they did get themselves on the board to make it 14 points to 7. And you were kind of waiting to see, like, Ulster, man, like, where's that first half team? Where's your fight back? Well, they did show it. They almost scored another bloody wonder try. That guy, Matty Dalton, goodness me, he got man of the match, I think, rampaging. It was like literally 3 Cardiff tacklers on him as he's rampaging down the right wing, trying to push him into touch. He still manages to get the offload away, despite 3 guys tackling him, but Shanahan couldn't quite handle the pass. It would have been a surefire try if they had held on to that one, but it didn't really matter because they got it anyway from the knock on, the resulting scrum. Like, Ulster's pack gives them a good shove, and I think Cardiff, as they were hooking the ball, it kind of squirted over onto the Ulster side, so Ulster get the ball off Cardiff scrum, and then a few phases, and they're able to go over through Charlie Irvine, who they said it was his first try for Ulster, so big congrats to him. That puts Cardiff again beyond kind of arm's reach. 21 points to 7, but Cardiff were not done. Just when you thought, like, it's probably their day done, back to a 2-score game, nail in the coffin. Not quite, because Taint Basham, who hasn't represented Wales for a while, I seem to remember. Too many good Lucies in Wales. But yeah, Tame Basham. Line break up the middle of the park. Some great gas from him. Draws the tackler, and he's able to pass to Stefan Emmanuel, who's got the gas to beat Werner Koch and go over for Cardiff second, try to make it 21 points to 14. Great conversion as well. So just uncomfortable enough for Ulster. And just, light at the end of the tunnel stuff for Cardiff. Can we quite get there? They did have a load of phases down Ulster's 22 in the final 10. They had an attacking line out. They made Ulster make a lot of tackles. James Hume managed to win a cracking turnover to get Ulster out of dodge. That was probably Cardiff's final throw at the dice. Couldn't quite land it. And then Ulster had chances of their own. A couple of attempts, like 5-meter taps to go for that fourth try bonus point, but Cardiff were able to hang them out. Herring looked to have gone bloody close, but Holly Davison said he was short, and then they TMO'd it. And there was a Ulster penalty in there. So, Cardiff hang on for the losing bonus point. They kick the ball out, take a point away, and Ulster get the 4 points. They'll be disappointed not to get 5. But I feel like over the course of the game, everybody getting a point out of this one is probably a fair result. Ulster still dominate the possession, 57%. Territory 54%, but it wasn't quite as emphatic as it was in the first half, so Cardiff certainly better in the second. Turnovers conceded 15 to 11, so I do feel like Ulster will be disappointed with all those good numbers that they were a little bit, into touch or drop ball or whatnot every now and again. Line break 7 to 5, so that evened up a bit across the course of the game, and Ulster actually conceded more penalties, 9 to 6. Individuals, Tame Basham, 15 carries. Zach Ward, 13 carries and 3 line breaks. Matty Dalton, 20 carries and 2 line breaks. Dan Thomas defensively for Cardiff, 23 tackles. So, pretty entertaining game. Had some cracking prop tries. Love a good prop try. But, Ulster with the win, back to winning ways. And Cardiff, as I said, get a point out of the game. So, entertaining one to start my Sunday here in NZ. I was going to get up earlier to watch some of the earlier games, but continued to sleep. So, this was my game for the day. You guys let us know your thoughts on the game. Take care. We're doing some power rankings soon for the URC. If you want those, subscribe to the channel. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. See you later.